He was plating my dish, my exact dish, the one I'd spent 3 years perfecting, and he was standing in my kitchen, serving it to strangers like it belonged to him. I'd heard rumors about Marcus Vale, the kind of chef who collected recipes the way other men collected scars. Dangerous, brilliant, completely unethical. What I hadn't expected was for the restaurant that fired me to hire him the very next week, or for us to end up sharing a kitchen in a tiny midtown pop-up. 6 burners between us, 0 mercy. The first morning, I didn't speak. I just watched him work. His hands moved like he'd been born knowing things. Most chefs spent decades learning. I hated that. I hated how effortless he made it look. "You're staring," he said without turning around. "You stole from me," I said back. He finally looked over his shoulder. Dark eyes, completely unbothered. "Prove it." That was the moment I should have walked out. Instead, I stayed. We fought over every station space, seasoning, the temperature of the sauté. But somewhere between the 3rd argument and a late Thursday night, when the last customer left, and only the low hum of the hood fan filled the silence, something shifted. I burned my wrist on a skillet edge. He noticed before I did. He crossed the kitchen without a word, ran cool water over my skin, and held my arm steady with both hands like it was the most natural thing in the world. He didn't let go immediately. Neither did I. "Why did you do it?" I asked quietly. "The recipe," he exhaled slowly, "because it was the most honest thing I'd ever tasted, and I was terrified of the person who made it." My breath caught somewhere in my throat. "You could have just told me that," I whispered. "You wouldn't have believed me." His voice dropped lower. "You barely believe me now." He wasn't wrong, but I was standing close enough to feel the warmth radiating off his chef's coat, and my heartbeat had completely forgotten whose side it was on. "I want credit," I said. "On the menu. My name. My dish." "Done," he said immediately, like he'd been waiting to say it. The silence between us stretched long and unbearably soft. Then he reached past me, dipped a spoon into the sauce simmering on my burner, and held it to my lips without asking permission. His eyes stayed locked onto mine. It tasted exactly like I'd intended, like something rare, like something worth fighting for. I looked at him, and for the first time, I wasn't sure if I meant the recipe